Osio, what's up, beautiful souls? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Mamina. You can call me Mina for short, or Divine Star Seed. This is a channeled message for the collective. Only take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I'm getting the vibe for both pals. I'm gonna just tell you right now, of like focusing on your energy, like you needing to focus on your energy, and there's some details around that. We're going to get into what those details are for each pile. We're going to choose the pile by dice numbers. I'm going to roll the dice for each pile and then put in the description what numbers belong to what. But y'all know how it goes around here as usual. Let's get into the first numbers for the overall collective by first closing your eyes. Inhale slowly for the count of 3. Hold the breath for 4. Slowly release on 3. Pause the video. Do that as many times as you need to until you feel grounded, you feel centered. And then you can go to the description tab to choose the numbers to see if that resonates with you, or if you already know that you want to resonate with, say, pile 1, 2. I might do 3. We'll see how it goes based that on what's in the description. So let's start this off with pile 1. Let's ring you in first. Pile 1, you might have like some hiccups going on. Let's get the number. We have 3 coming back for you, pile 1. The number 3 is very significant. We have the number 7. 7, very significant. And the number 8. So 3, 7, 8 is for pile 1. Okay, let's put these out of the way of the cards. Again, those numbers are 3, 7, 8 for pile 1. Let's get into your message. What's going on for you, pile 1? I feel like a lot of cards are going to want to come out. So let me make sure I'm keeping this focused. We have the Queen of Chalice. 3 of Swords. The fact that the 5 of Wands flew so violently over to the side right now, almost like it was gonna fall completely off the table. I feel like they want me to actually start with that, so let's start with that. We have the 5 of Wands here, and yes, this is the animated tarot, so it moves. Okay, you've been met with a lot of opposition right now, but I don't feel like all of this opposition is outside of yourself. I'm gonna be honest with you. This opposition is coming in because some of you who chose this pile, you're choosing to sometimes kind of like insert yourself where it don't belong. And it leads to disappointment every time. But you keep doing it. I gotta be there because it's, it's for so and so. Such and such did this for me. And I'm not telling you that if people did something for you genuinely, that you shouldn't show up for them. But you've got to understand when you have the energy, and dare I say the right to really do that, and when you're just putting yourself in an unnecessary predicament for people who won't give you that same kind of energy back. You can't keep trying to pay somebody back with your energy for something they did 5 years ago, 10 years ago. And if they really did it from the kindness of their heart, by now the pay it forward should have already taken place, to be quite honest. Because I'm feeling like for most of you, whatever this pushback is, whatever these setbacks are that involve these outside entities, and they're outside entities because they're outside of you. They have nothing to really do with you. These situations don't feel like they surround you as much as you involve yourself in them. It'd be different if these were people who could do the same for you and could also say to you sometimes, I got it. I don't need you to argue on my behalf with this. I got it. But instead, it's like they kind of just let you do whatever. And then when ish hits the fan, they're just standing in the back. Well, I didn't tell so and so. A story's coming to mind. There was a person who had a friend that was going through, I think it was a breakup, right? And of course, the friend came to that individual and was like, yeah, this is what the person did to me. Here's how I feel about them. And I love them. And they blah, blah, blah on me for whatever they thought it was. Hypothetically, let's say it was cheating or whatever, right? And so the other person, in their defense, like argued on their behalf. Like, how could you do my friend like that? How could you, I mean, they cared about you. They loved you. And why are you out in these streets wilding, blah, 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 right? Guess who looked stupid in the end when come to find out that person really didn't care? At the end of the day, like they did all this moaning and all this crying about being so heartbroken to get you riled up, to get you in your feelings. You end up projecting that on somebody, maybe the person who they said did them wrong. Maybe you went to argue with their family, perhaps on their behalf. In the case of this person, they went to the individual that they said they had the problem with, got in their face. It was a whole little back and forth. When come to find out, it wasn't quite what they thought it was. The other person didn't come out and tell the people who witnessed that, oh, you know what, that was my bad because I was kind of hyping them up. When I was venting, I made it seem like I was going through whatever, but really I was over them already. It's been done. So who looks stupid? The person who over involved themselves where it didn't need to be. It's one thing if you were really needed there. It's one thing if it was really your business. It's one thing if the person that is asking you for help is legit asking you. You got to pay attention to like how people try to involve you in their conflicts, bro. Like, are they telling you this story in a way that's implying a lot of ish without ever like really asking for it? In other words, in a conversation, could you really say so and so told me to go talk to such and such? You probably can't, right? Or if they told you to do it, when you went to go do it, they wasn't around. So it's for their behalf, but they can't stand by you when you do it. And this is why you end up getting disappointed. And now your situation could be different. For some of you, maybe it was that, like that channeled in very clearly. Maybe it was something similar to what happened to that individual where it was like a friend or maybe even a relative. For some of you, it could have been like a brother, a sister, acting like they needed you so bad to assist with something. But you opened your mouth and put your foot in it. And you look crazy because now they're like, oh, I was over it anyway. I don't know why so-and-so was that heated. Oh, it's just because so-and-so cares about me. There, of course, might be more to the story than what people know. But again, you over-inserted yourself. And there's an energy that comes with that, right? And that energy can create complications and problems in areas of your life that you just don't need it right now. You don't need this opposition right now. And then for some of you, I feel like you're dealing with a person that's ungrateful about it. And that's what's hurting you, is you stood up, look. You're sitting up here like you with them, like, all right, bro, I'm not going to let you fight this by yourself. I'm going to back you up. You're not going to be bullied out here. And was supporting them. And then they turned around and just ghost. You fighting by yourself. This went from being 5 of wands to 7 of wands. You the only person standing there. Everybody else gone. And you fighting the bullies by yourself. And I feel like whoever this is for, this has been done to you way too many times by way too many people. Way too many people have thought it was okay to put you through a storm, but not be there to assist you at all. Let you ride through theirs, but not be there for you at all with yours. And you don't really deserve that. You've got a lot of compassion. You got a lot of love in your heart, and nobody's telling you to stop it. No one's telling you to block it, right? But you got to give it to the right people. Look at this cup. Think of this cup as the holy grail of your feelings and emotions. You get to decide who sips from that cup. You get to decide who deserves that grace because it's your grace to give. It doesn't mean you got to be, because some of y'all try to harden yourself, and that's another problem. Let me harden my heart. Let me be, something I don't feel comfortable with being, something that I'm not. And then you end up looking in the mirror one day and realizing you've become the same people you don't like, that you had to deal with, that made you become that protective individual to begin with. It's not cool. You got to be open to give to the right people. And you'll know when they're right because they'll really receive it. I'm not telling you to never ask for help, but you got to know when you're asking for help from a person that's going to actually help you or hinder you. I'm not telling you to be so prideful that you can't admit when you're wrong either, and that you've inserted yourself in a situation that maybe somebody didn't ask you to do so because that protective nature took over. Spirit is letting you know right now there's some blessings coming for you, but you're kind of missing them because you're so busy focusing on someone else and it's creating opposition. I'm literally hearing the word opposition. Let's go deeper. I feel like they're going to have me go back and forth between these two, Tara. This is kind of like what's happening right now in your situation is very animated. It's very active in the moment right now. It's almost like when you're done helping one person, in comes another or the same person over and over again. Yeah, look at that. We got the 10 of Wands and the 2 of Cups. Notice that this person carries the 10 of Wands all by themselves, right? The burden, the stress of the situation, investing in a connection with a person, or investing in situations that seem to always crumble around you, and you're left having to carry those scrap pieces to the next location to try to build something out of them. Because this isn't feeling like an investment that's good for you. This feels like scraps. This feels like you being left whatever the leftovers were on the plate, and having to figure out how that's going to last you to the next go round. You might be lending money out to somebody you're not supposed to. The 10 of Wands can be that. The 10 of Wands can be you literally like putting some type of money or action into something, and it's not really reciprocating, but you keep doing it. And then when you're left with change or crumbs, you try to let that hold you over to the next go round. But again, those same people you helping, if you genuinely right now said to them, I need you, are they going to show up? It doesn't even have to be sad that they don't. It doesn't have to be sad that they don't. You know why? Because they've been showing you who they are this whole time. This whole time. You're trying to build towards some type of solid connection and solid understanding. And Spirit is like, it's here for you. It's not on the way. It's here for you, but you got to start by activating it within yourself. Y'all think we be tripping sometimes when we tell y'all self-love. What do I tell you? Self-love is self-care. Self-care is self-love. You cannot really have one without the other. You can bullshit yourself. I keep it a buck around here. I love y'all enough to do that. I have enough love and respect for your energy to do that. You can tell yourself all day that going to get your nails done or get a shape up, for the fellas out there, or go get a new suit or a new dress or whatever it is that you need to do to make yourself feel good. Those are pampering things. It's not necessarily self-care. That's pampering, which is cool. It can be a form of it, but it tends to be like the extra little sauce. The simplest things can be self-care based on your intentions. Taking a bath. I don't care if you add rose petals, crystals, whatever you want to add to that bath. That's a form of self-care because you gave a damn enough about yourself to want to relax, to want to chill. Not answering the phone that day, telling everybody I can't help you today. That's self-care. I got to take care of me. I got to get my mind together, my mental. You don't even have to explain, quite honestly. You can just let people know I'm busy. I'm busy. Let go of feeling the need that you have to explain to somebody when you're unavailable, pal one. Somebody here needs to hear that bad. Stop that. People don't do that for you. They don't come up and be like, oh, I can't make it. And when they do, you know they bullshitting. You ain't got to lie. You don't have to make nothing up. You don't have to over explain. I'm busy. With what? With what I'm busy with. Click. And be unavailable that weekend or unavailable that week. And whatever happens in that amount of time, whatever chaos may go down because you're not around, that's not on you. Because you've been the person holding the sticks that have been the investment or the foundation for somebody for so long, for a connection, but not necessarily for yourself. And Spirit's telling you, let go of the burdens. Let go of that. And instead, pick up what you need to build for yourself. Let that 10 of Wands be representing the pillars that's going to build for you. The pieces of wood for the bridge is going to help you get across. Because in reality, you can't fully help somebody across if you can't even get across? I'm seeing this video in my head where the person, it was two characters and they were laying down bridges, and it was a female character at the time because it was supposed to represent a couple, and the guy is trying to be ambitious, but you know, he can't seem to get ahead. Like, nobody wants to give him a chance. So the feminine kept laying down these bridges. She'd be tattered and tired and worn out and bleeding, but she would keep laying down the pieces of this bridge so he could get across, and he would get excited. And she never noticed that he didn't notice she's in pain, she's hurt, she's bleeding, she's tired, she's frustrated, it's been raining, then it was hot. He didn't notice the weathering of the storm. All he noticed is, oh, another piece of bridge has just magically appeared. And by the time he gets to the other end of that bridge, he forgets all about her. She out the picture. Somebody's dealing with that right now. See, a real one would build with you. A real one would be like, the fact that you're here with me, right? Like, how about you take a break and I take over? Then I take a break, you take over. How about we both do this together? It'd be a lot quicker. We're not tiring ourselves out. You ain't got to bleed. You don't have to carry this load by yourself. But that's not what happened. And the next person ain't getting the best. Let me explain. The next person isn't always getting the best version of whoever that individual is. They're getting the puffed up version of whoever that is, the inflated ego of whoever that is, the conceited person. There's going to be a lesson for that individual for that. And the person who's the conceited one is going to be clueless until they meet the real one that puts them in their place. And that real one isn't going to be their divine counterpart right away. No. Not right away. Not in most cases. It's going to be the person who plays them harder than they ever played anybody else. That's why you need to pay attention to whether or not people value what you do for them, Pawan. It's really important for you to do that. He's sitting here looking back like, you gonna help me? We're close to our destination. We're close to town, but the house is still a nice little ways. Could you kind of like pick some of these up? Could you carry some of these? You see anybody coming to assist him? No. You're trying to build for a connection, and Spirit is saying build for the connection. Look how this person is laying their head on this individual's shoulder. I'm gonna just lay here. So not only do you have to carry these wands, but while you're at it, carry me too, please. Thank you. And that's where all that heartbreak comes. For some of y'all, yeah, this heartbreak has to do with either close family or like a lover. Knight of Pentacles. Right here where the Five of Wands is. Somebody depends too much on you being the person to come through, because you're always the person to come through. It's always you. And you know that. You know that, right? It's always you. If you gotta cry it out, cry it out. Somebody here is getting really emotional. Let me explain something to you, because sometimes y'all hear phrases, and in some situations the phrase might make sense, but most of the time it's completely out of context, and individuals get lost in the sauce about it. Crying is not supposed to solve anything. Crying is the release. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Crying is not supposed to solve the problem. It's a release. Because 9 times out of 10, you've let it build and build and build like a dam just waiting to crack. And nobody saw the cracks in that. Nobody cared to. You were fixing it all by yourself. Because that's just what's in your heart to do. There's nothing wrong with your heart. There's nothing wrong with the things that you desire for yourself. Sometimes you might question the simplest things because you just don't understand why people can't deliver that to you. They can't deliver you what they're incapable of. Your job isn't to look for it in them anyway. But you cry to release that tension. You don't live there. Just like with anger. Anger can make you, I'm ready. I need to do something. Ugh. But if you're ruled by it, whatever that something is becomes destructive, and you go from it being just anger to danger. You have to allow yourself to understand how to be in temperance, how to be in balance. I can feel what I need to feel. I can acknowledge what I need to acknowledge, but I am not ruled by anything that is destructive to me and my purpose. That's where your mind must be. Spirit got me getting on you a little bit here, Power One. King of Wands, Page of Wands. Listen. I'm hearing, it might seem weird considering the energies, but I'm hearing, and we're moving on up to the east side, to the deluxe apartment in the sky. They're going to be wanting to follow you. No. No. You're moving. But you got to allow yourself to be in that energy of moving. Somebody around you is really selfish. Because I feel like the King of Wands is battling with its, almost like it's battling with itself here. That's why the Five of Wands came out the way it did. Like, you're being met with opposition, but the opposition's only there because it's within yourself. You're struggling and allowing yourself to take care of you. For some of you, if you're the person that's selfish, if you resonate with the other side of this scale, there's a consequence to that bullshit. And if nobody has told you that yet, this is your warning that there's consequences to that bullshit. The same thing that you've projected onto other people, it's going to come back to you in folds. Now, it's not my job to tell you what those folds are, but you've probably already been experiencing them. Because it don't make no sense to take advantage of somebody that gives a damn enough about you like that. It just doesn't. And I'm always fair in my readings. So when I feel like somebody's coming across the content that leans a little bit on that negative side, or is about to head to that negative side, or they've planted their seeds in it, I'm going to call you out the same way I'm calling out the person you're using. You are no exception to the rules around here. There are consequences. The world can be very cold, not because Earth chose to be. People keep creating situations where people think being a cold motherfucker is going to save them from something, and it doesn't. If it was, you wouldn't have to keep repeating the bull over and over again. You wouldn't have to find the next person to play, the next individual to pimp, the next person that you get where I'm going with that. Those thrills wouldn't be short-lived, but they're short-lived because they're built on shit. Somebody here is cocky with their shit. And for someone else, you're battling with almost like a, if you can't beat them, join them. Baby, you don't want to join them unless you're willing to deal with the same consequences they're going to be dealing with. And if you open your eyes, you will see that they're already dealing with those consequences. As much as they want to project some stuff onto you, when that job don't go right, that's on them. They ain't got nothing to do with you. You don't work where they work at 9 times out of 10. Even if you did, that's not your problem. How many of y'all know people that try to get in on your name? Maybe you help them get in the door. They F it up. They come to you again like, why so-and-so fired me? Because you're a fuck up. That's why they fired you. What you mean? Somebody gave you the opportunity. You slacked it away. What we talking about? You're going to have to learn to start being real with people. And if you're, oh no, I don't want to be, then don't talk to them. But you're going to have to choose. They got to choose. There's choices being made here. For one person, the King of Wands is really representing an asshole. For the rest of you, the King of Wands is you activating and starting to realize that you have to be balanced in both that caring side of you and that don't F with me side of you. I'm nice. Don't mess with me though. Okay, don't try to play me and we good. Because if it's one thing the King of Wands ain't gonna do in his divinity is play games with you. He don't have time. He's got a roster. He's got things to complete. He's always a man of action and passion. He's on to the next thing very quickly. And for some of you, that represents something very good. And for others, it's representing something negative. You weigh the scales because you should know your situation. We have the Page of Wands. It feels like some of you are kind of like starting over again in a sense. Like you're optimistic, but for a minute, again, that opposition had you paddling back. Now you're starting to see that spark bubble in yourself again. You want to be adventurous again. You want to explore your opportunities. Get to cooking, as I say. A lot of times the Page of Wands is exactly that. Get to cooking. Get to crafting. What do you want to do? Make it happen. You have the magic in the palm of your hands. He's got the stick in the palm of his hands. And that stick represents the walking stick. It represents the first carving of a person's magical staff when they first learn how to harness their energy. So in many cases, that's what he is. I've learned how to harness my energy. Now I want to explore the different ways that this could get me from point A to point B. Okay, as a messenger, All right. Something's going to help you heal out of this heartbreak, this disappointment, as you allow yourself to. And then that's when the proper connections can come in, and not these effed up ones you've been tolerating for a while. That's when you really get to see your magic fully work. All right. Because for a minute, you was kind of daydreaming, boo. For a minute, you thought you were just like either a hopeless romantic, or again, you thought that your desires, because these two things can represent desires, both facing the same direction in a sense, right? But notice how in the Page of Chalice, he or she's looking at the cup. And it's kind of like, I didn't expect to get this. I dipped my water in the cup. I didn't expect for it to have a little fish in there, or for it to have a little message in there, like a message in a bottle for me. But whoa, here it is. Am I just daydreaming? Is this just an illusion? You had to kind of go through that process. And I feel like sometimes when good things come in because of the opposition you've met, even though you're the one who typically gets things done, you sometimes find yourself going, is this real? Maybe everyone else is meant to have this but me. No, you're meant to have it too. You're meant to have it too. You deserve your dreams to be reality. Dreams in this context, as far as things that you want to do, are simply things that you haven't done yet. Your job is to figure out how to make them tangible, which you are clearly fully capable of here. The Knight of Pentacles is also a knight who loves adventure. Sometimes for the long haul. Sometimes homie is going to be like Indiana Jones and just be exploring multiple places and could take several years to get home. Just because. But when they finally reach their destination, they always deliver. I hope this message is making sense for you. I feel like it's a lot of y'all in here. Some of you are going to resonate with this exact message. Others, you're going to resonate with bits and pieces. Take what's for you, leave what isn't. Look at where that fell. Look at where that fell on its own. Birth. Whoa, that one went way over to the side. Holy moly. Right where the Three of Swords is. Right where the Three of Swords is. Let's get the others out, and then we'll get to... I feel like they're already clarifying. For this first row here, where we have these three cards, we have birth. Universal energy brings you opportunity and possibilities. You're being given the moment to act on those opportunities and possibilities, but you can't do that from a position of being an asshole. You must be balanced between the energy of compassion and intuitive nature mixed with assertiveness. There must be a balance there. An authority in what you do, not an authority over other people. That's not your job, your role, or position. Even if they give you a job where that's the role, and you have to be in an authority position, be an authority in what you do, help your team to be good at what they do. But you're not someone that's meant to think it's okay to be a dictator. But don't allow people to push you around either. There must be a balance here. Maybe for some of you where you work at, you need to work on allowing yourself to speak up more and gain more respect. Some of you might be timid in certain fields. You can be loud when it's on behalf of someone else, but for yourself, you're kind of timid. Okay? We have beware. Right here, we already had that Ten of Wands saying somebody else is leaning on your shoulder. You need to connect with yourself and let go of connections that aren't getting you anywhere. And then we have beware. Be careful who you trust at this time. Who is this person? Who's that person for you? Is it family? Is it friends? You know who they are. Because I really don't feel like they're lying, with at least with their actions. They show you with their actions who they are. I don't give a damn what comes out their mouth. Anybody can say anything. They show you with their actions. And you've been disappointed. They make promises. They can't keep it. You defend them. They don't protect you. Same message coming back. There's a spark lighting up in you to finally get to cooking on your own thing. This person will try to get in the way of that. They'll try to come in and match this energy. Yeah, I'm excited too. Oh, what's that idea you want to do? Oh my gosh, I want to do that too. Then I stole it from you. Oh, damn. I guess you shouldn't have said that, huh? That's how they would try to play you. Or try to steal that passion from you. Okay, right here where we have that Five of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, and the Page of Chalice, we have marriage. You are attracting emotional fulfillment and unconditional love. And that's what the person you need to beware would try to get in the way of. Once the opposition is out the way, once you're no longer competing where you don't need to, where you're not meant to, you're able to open yourself to the journey that you're really supposed to be on, because you are somebody that can get things done when you put your mind to it and when you want to do it, when you feel motivated to do it. You come in with that authentic energy, and you're going to be met with somebody coming to you with that same authentic energy. What you desire isn't a pipe dream. You just haven't been living it in your most authentic way. You haven't been your most authentic self, be it intentionally or unintentionally. Let's close off your message. Goodness gracious, Power One. Sometimes Power One just be taking the cake. Always go with your intuition. There's something for you. Your intuition led you there for a reason. We have everything is perfect. Have faith. The candle is within you. It's within you. That's why Spirit is saying focus on you right now and have faith in the things that you need to do. Once you do that, everything is perfect. Nothing is out of order. Even the struggle that you might feel you're going through right now, I'll be the first to tell you when struggles are unnecessary. But honestly, a lot of what you're going through right now is so that you can see the truth. So that you can change your behavior and change your own patterns. It's not about changing anyone else's. But I guarantee you, as you switch up, you're going to see them either be mad at that switch up or have to change how they act themselves. But it's not your place to try to force that on them, just like it wouldn't be their place to try to force some change on you. You got to let things flow. I'm telling you right now, for the rest of June, even into July, you're going to see a lot of messages, whether it be from me or somebody else, speaking about flow. Flow, be in flow, let things flow, let it go. Intelligence. To link the heart with matter. Okay? Allow for, this is giving me Queen of Swords energy. Be honest with yourself, be authentic with yourself, and be honest with your diction. How you convey messages to yourself, least of all to others. The way you talk to yourself, more than likely, is how you're telling others to treat you. So be careful with calling yourself stupid. Oh man, I was being stupid. You think it's funny. Like, I was just joking. Your brain doesn't know the difference. You have to link your heart with your mind and then create the matter out of that. Create the physical, tangible thing out of that. So if you keep saying you stupid, if you keep saying something's difficult, man, it's going to be hard. This is saturated. That's what's going to happen. Because you're that powerful. Use your intelligence. I also feel like there's something to, a whole bunch of cards wanted to come out for you. I also feel like there's something to telling. So again, be mindful of your words. Remember, it said beware of who you speak to. Beware of who you allow to be in your mind. Somebody wants to take something from you, whether it's an idea or a passion. And if they can kind of talk you out of it based on your own words, then like the devil, that's what they'll do. What does that mean? You know how sometimes the devil comes to people and tells them the truth? Mainly what they already thought about themselves, so therefore it was made true because they already thought it about themselves. You know you'll never get ahead if you'll do. And then he'll work with the ego, the negative aspects of the ego, to intensify whatever that bullshit is he just fed you. But is it bullshit if you believe it? Because the only thing that's going to come into reality is what you believe. What you think is absolute for yourself. Somebody need to hear it that way. Don't mind me. I'm just the messenger. Last card. I'm telling you. Activation. Transmutation. The big change. Alchemy. Magic. Listen. I said it the whole time. Magic. That's what's taking place here. The heart activating. For some of you, your health is going to improve as you let go of this negativity. Things that are difficult are going to get lighter. Okay? And pile 1, again, your numbers were 3, 7, 8. I pray this message gave you the clarity that you needed. Peace, love, and light, beautiful soul. Let's ring you out. How to, what it do, boo? Let's get to your dice number. All right, 5, 14. Make sure you guys can see that. And lastly, 1. 5, 14, and 1 are your personal numbers. Focusing on your energy, what's going on with you, or what's happening that you need to be more focused on your own energy right now. But you know, there should always be a checking in on yourself and making sure that you're good. But sometimes y'all need reminders, or you need specific things pointed out that might be getting neglected. All right, a little bit of something being neglected here, a little something. Let's see what's up with that pile too. What's going on with you? But you need to be focusing on your energy. Ooh, okay. Okay. Oh Lord. Dang, pile 2. Pile 2. Jeez. Goodness gracious. All right. Starting off with the gorgeous. Look at the word. Look at the globe. That's like how things are just waiting to spin in the palm of your hands. I'm actually seeing, what is that character's name? The one that had to spin the gold on the threading wheel. That's the character I'm seeing. If y'all, I might think of the name later, but my brain is channeling so much right now. But if you know who it is, put it in the comment section so others can, but that's what I'm seeing here. So it looks like things you're working on that might have seemed bland or normal at first are starting to weave into gold. Starting to weave into gold here. The problem is you feel a little, I don't want to say that you don't know what you want to do, because I'm not necessarily getting indecision. I'm more so getting like you don't know which path to take on that thing that you already know you should be doing. So it's like, your purpose or your purposes, right? And you understand what it's meant to be a part of, or at least you get an idea of the picture. Even if you don't fully get it, you know something, but you're like, where do I start? Okay, I was on this path, maybe now this one's feeling a bit wonky, so which direction do I go in? And that's what the 2 of Wands is representing for you. You're on the right path for many of you. For others, if you feel the path is a bit wonky, there's something either telling you that you need to get off of that particular route. I've said this many a time now in some readings, but it's not always the goal or the mission that's the problem. It's the way you're going about it, right? It's the thought process you have behind it. And those are the things that need to change. Just like if you were trying to get a product out to somebody, you would need to change the marketing if the first idea ain't working. Well, it's the same thing when it comes to the soul journey. Okay. But really and truthfully, I'm hearing this, I'm actually hearing a Korean song, like a verse that they used from another old hip hop song, "The world is mine." And I'm hearing that over and over again. So the world is your oyster right now. You have to allow yourself to see beyond your current circumstances, though, which is what the 2 of Wands is also about. Understanding that there's where you are. Yeah, that's cool. But there's where you're being guided to go, and the path that you're being guided to walk to go in that direction. That's equally as important. And a lot of this involves you definitely sharing your gifts and being open to receive gifts from others. Now I'm seeing this 2 ways for you, pal 2. Funny that you're pal 2 and you started with the 2 of Wands, by the way. But I'm seeing it like, on one hand, there's spiritual gifts, right, that are activating in you. And the only thing stalling is you kind of feel sometimes, again, a little sporadic or a little confused on how to go about some of these gifts or some of these things. Meditation's a big help with this. There's different ways to meditate, but working with your breath is everything. So when all other ways fail, learn to be more conscious and work with your breathing, and the other things become easier to do. When your mind starts to want to chatter and the thoughts start making you want to run away, recenter yourself back on that breathing. Then when you have control of it again, start the process where you left off. This is going to help you. I feel like you're somebody who sometimes, like, you'll be sitting and lose your train of thought because you'll get frustrated or something else tries to come in, like the other thoughts will sabotage. And that's only happening because other things are trying to have life that don't need life, like certain doubts or fears. Again, you know what you want to do, or at the very least what's encompassed in it. You just don't quite know how to go about it. So allow yourself to be open to receive those inner spiritual gifts that are channeling through you right now. They're already within you. They just want to be expressed on the outer. With that being said, and this could be, of course, tied into your inner child, but with that being said, there's also the energy of others coming in, seeing your gifts, receiving it, and wanting to gift something back onto you. So be open to receive whatever that is. Don't close yourself off, okay? Don't be that person that's like, oh no, I can't take that because I get it. We've all been there at some point. Some of us was that way because of traumas. But at the end of the day, darling, my Granny had a saying that when a person gives you a gift genuinely, you're knocking your own blessings. You could have been praying for something. I'm praying for a sign. Which direction do I go? I see that I'm meant to be beyond where I'm currently at. I'm meant to go beyond the horizon. How do I do it? In comes a person with this amazing opportunity. But because they're gifting it to you, you try to look for every problem there can be, or you just outright deny it. I'm not telling you to not be cautious. But you're never going to learn to fully tap into who you are or tap into your intuition if you don't come out of your comfort zone. Okay? And your inner child is a big part of that. Love on your inner child. Do meditations that work with you communicating with your inner child and healing a lot of things. With that being said, fortune is smiling upon you. The energy that you've put out is the energy coming in. Because just like the Three of Wands, the Two of Wands also represents a certain energy of projection. Okay. In this case, it's you knowing that there's something you're meant to contribute to this world, a gift that you have. And the universe is like, yes, awesome. Let's get to work. Because the moment you get to work is the moment we can start giving you the rewards of all that magic. Look at Anubis just nodding like, yes, transformation and rebirth. Okay. Anubis is like really, really important right now. Had a whole dream with a message with Anubis. So for someone here, Anubis is significant for you. I'm seeing an Anubis like tattoo. You could have an Anubis tattoo. You probably have the tattoo with his authentic name on it, not necessarily Anubis, which is, a different name for him. You probably have his actual name tattooed on you under like a picture. I'm seeing like the head and half of the body, maybe holding like an Ankh. Okay. The Ankh can also be significant to you. Transformation in the heart being light. Remember that Anubis represents helping others transition to the underworld. So the feather has to be lighter than the heart. Okay. Your understanding of where you're going and trusting in your path and allowing that vision to come in intuitively and instinctively, collaborating your instincts and your intuition, that's going to help your heart be lighter than the feather, which relieves a lot of worry and anxiety. It just lets it go. And again, somebody's coming in here to give you gifts, and this is all a part of your karma. You've been a gift giver yourself. You might get the last shirt off your back if someone really needs it, right? Or that piece of bread out of the fridge if a person needs it, and now spirit's repaying that. Just don't let anyone take advantage of you. What else do we have here for pile 1 with you focusing on yourself? Wow. We got straight to the nitty gritty. You got the Wheel of Fortune out here already. Now you got the Chariot. The more that you start focusing on you, the more you start moving forward. You ain't gonna be, if you were feeling stuck, you're not gonna be feeling stuck for much longer. Once you change your perspective and you just kind of change around some of the things you were doing, don't be so stubborn that you keep trying to do something that ain't working. You know, like you keep trying to go about the idea in the same way. And if you're like, I've tried everything, you haven't. If it's something that's really meant to come into fruition, you haven't. So instead of trying to just do it your way, ask the divine, what do I need to do? Source. Who are the guys that you trust in? Ask them, what do I need to do? This message here is a part of you getting an answer to something you were asking for, getting a little bit of insight. But that's all my job is, babes, is to give you insight. I cannot give you all the little nitty gritty steps. That's not my job to do. You must walk this path. You must talk that talk and be who you are. This is very important. This energy is going to be important for the rest of the summer, possibly into winter. Be who you are. Being authentic is going to be the overall everything, period. But there are going to be key events happening between now into like even the winter seasons where you really going to have to stand on being who you are. And there's more to you than what you think. And so right now is your learning process of realizing why you deserve that fortune, why you have those gifts and people want to be open to you. Why are you that person that's going to have the world in the palm of their hands? Whatever that world is for you. Whatever that means for you. But whatever it is, you're moving forward in it. I do feel like they're letting you know off the bat that you're really like armored up on this. Really armored up. Like you were built for this is what I'm hearing. I'm not hearing armored up just to keep others out. No, more so like built for this. Some of you might think what's coming in is bigger than you are. And that's just not the case. We have Two of Swords. I was waiting for that to come out. Like I said, I don't really feel like you're confused too much on what you may really desire or want. It's more like how to word it. Sometimes people need to word things and identify it in that way, and then that helps open the door for everything else they need. Or you just don't know how to go about it. It's like a person saying, oh, I want to be a writer. I have no idea how to be a writer. Well, first you get on your laptop and you type some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you go on the internet and you look up certain techniques. Now your technique has to be your own, but you start looking up what certain terms are and how to utilize them properly in chapters. They have a whole website where you can build your character. Not necessarily an AI thing, but it's like you go into the website, and if you have like an idea of a name for an original character, you would type the name in and like that character's characteristics, because believe it or not, that's a huge portion of storytelling and building, is knowing the characteristics of the individuals that you're going to be telling the story about. That's what makes people feel personal. That's why in channeled messages we can channel movies and all these other things, because all of those characters are built on someone's vision. And those visions are channeled messages, whether they realize that's what they are or not. And then they just find their own interpretation or their own unique way to deliver it. And someone here might want to do the same thing. I pick up a lot on writers and artistic people. I wouldn't be shocked if that's what you are. But you might be confused on like, how do I get published? It's not hard. Amazon is right there. Kindle is at the tip of your fingers. You can be self-published, or you can get on with somebody indie. You can do major. There's different outlets now. People be making ebooks. There's different ways. She's coming to my mind right now, so I'll mention her and I'll tag her page. Celeste. Simone, she has an ebook. There's ways. You know what I'm saying? You just got to be willing to see the ways. And once you see the ways, you have to allow yourself to take the chance. Okay, this is you being balanced in that choice of, you know what? Yeah. I'm going to take these tools given to me, these gifts that are given to me, this emotion that's flowing from me, and I'm going to use that to create something magical and get from it what I'm meant to get from it. I feel like some of you might want to write or do something that is like motivating, like self-motivating. Sometimes you don't need to be a so-called already expert in the context of you had a degree and all this other stuff. A lot of times the work that you feel compelled to do to help other people, that's going to also help you. Like if you want to motivate people and you start looking into what that entails, and you don't want to just be the regular basic motivational speaker who teaches other people how to motivate. No, you want to teach people things that'll really help them in their life. As you start to do it for yourself and then you study it and how to present it, in helping others, you help yourself. Because you're growing the whole time. When those of us who are serious about this, I myself, as I help you, when I'm working with clients one-on-one, there is something, even if I'm not going through anything they went through, I'm still learning something. And I'm able to apply that learned thing to growth. Just because I'm one who can give guidance doesn't mean that I have to be one that can't receive knowledge. That would be the opposite of being a proper guide, a proper advisor. Is the advisor must be willing to not only advise, but to be advised by higher energies. So it's not about a client taking over and wanting to do, reverse or what they call a catch 22 on nobody. But it's just understanding that as enlightenments come in for your situations, those are enlightenments that can help others in some aspect as well. Channel messages are for a big crowd of people. But you each find your own little thing to take from it. And then there's those people who are like, oh my gosh, this message is exactly what I need to hear. This is everything was what I needed to hear. But guess what? Those other little people who grabbed on tip notes here and there also got help. Everybody's situations and lessons can actually help you on your journey as well. Sometimes keep you from making a mistake. Other times give you the encouragement you needed. That's why I always tell y'all don't come across these and choose these piles for nothing. But are you listening? That's the real question. We have Two of Cups, and the Two of Cups is coming right here with the Two of Wands, like fortunate partnerships, fortunate meetings. Like I said, somebody coming in, gifting to you, maybe helping you to stimulate your gifts more. Could be a mentor or a spiritual teacher, but for most of you, it could just be someone who's going to be a really close friend, someone who gives you support, who lets you know, remember that you're built for this. Ooh, did they really just give me 3 cards for you, like off the bat? Wow. And the confirmations just keep on coming. Look at this. Sound the trumpet. I'm actually hearing Ring the Alarm by Beyonce. I just heard it in Beyonce. Ring the alarm. Somebody's done with like feeling stuck or stagnant. It's not about the whole song. If you resonate with the whole song, or if that was a sign for you because of who it is or the lyrics, then okay. But what I'm channeling is there's something about sounding off the alarm. Be gracious with yourself. Don't pass such heavy judgment on yourself, but be honest about some stuff, right? Like, be honest about some things that you could be allowing that you shouldn't, or some slacking you could be doing, because you're definitely, the trumpet is sounding off, telling you it's time to wake up. It's time to go out into the world. It's time to travel. It's time to walk this path and let it lead you where it's going to. Do not believe it's always going to be just a straight beeline. Don't get caught up or fixated on that, okay? But it is time to move forward. You're being called to move forward. Like, I just want to show y'all again, because look how that light is shining. Look how he blown. Boom, 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 boom. It's time to get up. For some of you, you might need to start setting an alarm because you might be a little lazy when it comes to waking up. All right. You are not stuck. You're not pinned to the ground, but there are some habits that need to be done and over with. And one of those habits is, again, not allowing yourself to be balanced or allowing yourself to see solutions. Don't worry so much about the problem all the time. Acknowledge the problem so that you know what you need to work, on or with. But then what is the solution? Focus on the solution. Let the solution be what it is. That way you're not confusing yourself. You know what you need to do. Stop playing boo-boo the fool. Okay? Because that's not who you are. Put an end to that. Instead, be in harmony and be in balance. Because support, once again, whether this be through community, first of all, spiritual support is definitely here. Ancestral support is definitely here for you. Allow that support to do what it's going to do. Okay? Don't shun it away. Let's get some fortune cards for y'all. I keep hearing it over and over again. Ring the alarm. I don't remember if I was moved to ring the bell when your reading started. I believe I did for y'all. Sometimes I move to do that in the beginning, sometimes not, but I'm hearing it over and over again. So yeah, somebody, you need to set your alarm. Okay. I said what I said, and I pointed out Anubis. I said what I said. We got confirmation again. I love it. Death, a time of natural transition and transformation. Natural transition, moving on victoriously, I might add. An awakening. How does an awakening tend to come? When you put an end to the bull, right? When you end the procrastination and the I don't know what to do, and you start focusing more so on the solutions and the connections and the gifts within you, because you're talented. You have what you need in you. You don't need a whole crap ton of degrees. If you want to go get them, go do that. If you want to go back to school, go do that. But otherwise, just know that right here, right now, you have a skill, a talent, something that you know how to do very well, a story you know how to tell very well. Maybe it's your own. Maybe you need to write like an autobiography or something. Whatever it is, get to doing it. Get to crack-a-lacking. Okay? It's going to help you transition to the new phase. Just know that as you do this, you're going to become a new person. You're not as stuck as you think you are. A lot of times the Ten of Swords is a very painful, I feel like I'm pinned to the ground, but that's not what this is meant to be. This is telling you, end the excuses, end the I woulda, coulda, shoulda, end it. Okay? And then this is lighting the fire up under your behind. Okay? Let go of emotional upheaval and embrace the renewal of the present. What was I saying the whole time? What was I saying? Okay. We just reconfirming. Remember I pointed out Anubis in the beginning, and look what came out here. And then finally we have the courage to embrace change, take risks, and be adventurous. It's like, I don't need to go into that's the whole reading that I just gave you. Let's get into the last deck. And again, your numbers were 5. Was it 5, 4, 6? Yeah, 5, 4, 6. I'm also seeing a 9 for some of you. So 9 can be a powerful master number for you. Could be your life path number as well. Look up how 9 is empowering you for some of you. We have generosity. Look at this. I want y'all to take a minute. What did I tell y'all about your gifts coming in, right? Obviously, when your gifts come in as your talents, whatever, you share them. But I also said people are coming in to give you gifts, right? Very generous energy. The world is yours in the palm of your hand, so see beyond your current situation. See the future as what is now your situation. The law of attraction and the law of assumption working hand in hand. Okay? Very generous energy is all around you. Give from the heart, and people are going to give from the heart to you. Don't worry about those who used to take for granted. Cut them loose, move on from that. But never regret. Never regret what you really gave. Just learn the lessons that you need to learn, and then transition forward. Transformation. We have masculine, manifestation, yang energy, the sun. Okay, so some of you here, you're starting to tap more into your masculine energy. You could be a masculine watching this. Feel free to comment below. You're welcome to around here. Okay. A lot of the audience tend to be women, but y'all are welcome. Go ahead on a comment. Masculine energy. That's an outward expression energy. An outward, the masculine energy always needs to create something that is like tangible that they can hold in the palm of their hands, right? So it's you taking what might have been just a dream, just an idea, and finally making it real, finally realizing it. Remember to pay respects to the people who supported you along the way, okay? Don't lose sight of that, because sometimes the masculine energy gets so busy being the sun, it forgets the people who shined on it before it could shine itself. That's what I'm hearing here. Okay? Look at that. You are what I am. Look at the tree. Something about you being like in the center to receive all of the energy of the life that's around you, but also to give life to that which is around you. So be mindful of what it is around you as that fortune starts to come in. You know, I feel like some of you are already like empathetic, an empath. You have a lot of sensitivities to energies as it is, and spirit just wants you to be a little more cautious in how you project that energy out, because remember, everything you project out, it's going to come back in, and you want to make sure that you're getting the goody, that good fortune. Pile 2, I pray that message made sense to you. Let's ring you out. Peace, love, and light, beautiful soul. All right, pile 3. I rolled your dice because I started recording, but I didn't have my mic plugged back in when I started recording. So I'm going to show you what the numbers were, and then we're going to ring you in and start your message. First number out, 1. Second, 3. And lastly, another 1. That's a big sign for somebody right there. But that is the number for your group, pile 3. I don't know how we got here, but with the energy I have left, Spirit wants you to have a message. They want for there to be 3 piles, so we're going to get this done and get it done quickly, okay? So let's see. I'm feeling a bit of a split group with y'all. Some of you, you've been feeling kind of like tired, like physically tired, but your mind just goes and goes and goes. And for others, you're a bit more mentally exhausted, but it's like your body's just wide awake or wide alert. So let's see what that's about, as Spirit is telling you to focus on yourself. What is it? What's going on with this energy here? We have the 6 of Wands. Ooh, the 8 of Wands. A lot of fire energy coming out for y'all right out the gate now. Once again, somebody's like feeling mentally exhausted, body won't sleep. The other group is feeling more so physically exhausted, mind won't sleep. That's because there's something coming in here. It's like almost like ascension symptoms. And we have Justice. I'm hearing that it's on your side. What's needed here is on your side. There's some cards that fell, but they're going to have to wait. I'm hearing they're going to have to wait. They slipped out as I was getting ready to put the deck off into the corner. So there's one faced up. We might have to take it. We'll see. You can't make it up. Judgment. Something major is coming in, and that's why your body's like an ascension symptom. You could be stuttering a lot. You could be fumbling on your words right now, right? And a lot of this is because there's so much energy running through you at once, either mentally or physically. For some of you, it might be a little bit of both, okay? Might be a rare group here where it's like, I can't get my mind to shut up and I can't get my body to time out. And it might be very stressful because you need the rest, you need the mental break, and Spirit is telling you to focus on yourself to get those things. Don't allow for distractions to take that from you. If you need to invest in yourself by looking at your account right now and maybe renting like a little hotel. Okay, I don't want to say motel. I don't trust motels, but be safe with hotels too. But if you want to get like some rest somewhere, you just need a vacation. You don't have to leave your town, but you can get out of like your current surrounding. You know what I mean? Like some of you just need a change of scenery for a second, something different than the mundane everyday thing. Maybe you're a mom who needs a break. Do not be afraid to say to your significant other, I need a break, a real one. Okay, so what you gonna have to do is and make time for that, because your mentality, your mental needs the rest for you to think properly and communicate properly. I feel like some of you are trying to work on the job and you're talking on the phone and you're jabbering. You don't make sense. Like people try to understand you, but it's your tiredness talking. You need that rest. So Spirit's letting you know, There's also major things that'll be coming in soon. Major awakenings that are happening within your system, that some of you are going to get a burst of energy out of nowhere, and you don't want your mind to like pew and just comp out. Just it's out the picture. You need to be balanced. And same for the opposite. You don't want your body to like just cave on you and your mind is still running 1,000 miles an hour. You see what I'm saying? You've got to take the time to hone in on yourself. And for some of you, that's changing your scenery a bit here. Go somewhere new. Do something different. If you need to do a staycation, you're like, because y'all love to look for, I had the money. First of all, stop talking like that. Don't tell yourself you don't have what it is that you know you need to have in abundance, right? Don't come from desperation, and don't come from the I don't have. If it's a staycation you need at home, there must be a period of time where everybody is out the damn house, okay? Make that your staycation moment. Get something that you like to eat in moderation. Take care of yourself, because the body needs to be taken care of in the mind, right? Certain foods contribute to that. And let that be your spa day while everybody's gone. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But I normally clean. I don't care. Do something different. Major things are happening here. You're about to get a lot of attention. A lot of attention is about to be on you, babes. So it's important for you to have the rest you need, okay? Because once that attention comes in and things take off, they're taking off fast. There ain't gonna be no slowness to this. And you want to be able to really stand properly in the energies. There's some type of truth on your side. Some type of, I always say that the Justice card is divine intervention through truth. Divine intervention through order and truth. So there's some type of order coming to your life right now. If it's feeling a bit chaotic, justice is on your side with that. There might be a truth that you need to speak up about with yourself, with another person. Again, it could be telling somebody, I need a break. I gotta take off work. If I gotta get my head right, I gotta get myself together. It's either you do this and get yourself together, or you crash. And then you have no choice but to get yourself together. Okay? We got 9 of Pentacles. You need some time to yourself. You need some time in your own space to just feel good. You need your own influence for a second here. You got a lot of different roles or parts or things that you've been doing. If you're a mommy or a daddy, you're kind of forget. Somebody here is a daddy. Hi. Oh, it's so cute when y'all pop up. But you're a parent, and it's like sometimes y'all just sort of forget that you're also yourself, and that you're a person, and that you deserve to have some time to yourself. And the 9 of Pentacles is the fruit of that. You worked hard and you've done a lot, so you deserve to have a moment to lay back and eat some grapes if you so choose to. To tinker with a project. Somebody here has like that's how you relax. You like tinker with things. Maybe it's puzzles, games, or whatever it is for you. It involves you. It helps your mind actually to focus on a particular task instead of being like sporadic and all over the place. And then, hey, you got to do what you got to do. You need what you need. Even my hands are feeling like, I feel like somebody writes a lot. Like my hands are feeling tired, as if you've been writing slips all day or something like that. We got the 7 of Pentacles while we're at it right here with Justice. Look at how that all aligns up right here. Okay, there is an awakening happening. Your body is going through some ascension symptoms. For those of you used to a spiritual journey, you understand that. For those of you who are new to it, you're starting to feel aches, pains in places that are associated with what part of your energy has been stagnant and is trying to free itself. And that's always the case behind aches and pains. It's not saying that there isn't a medical reason. The medical reason many times is tied into the other traumas being held somewhere and needs to be released, okay? The more you give proper attention to those areas being pointed out to you, the more you're able to, again, so right, for some of you right now, it's your mind and your entire body just feeling tired. Okay, go ahead and get your checkups, get that cleared out the way. Some of you already had that done. You know it's nothing wrong with you physically. Then that means that there's a spiritual overhaul. Remember, spiritual, physical, mental, they all correlate together. Make sure you're cleaning out the gut. Make sure you're taking care of the lymphatic system. Whatever else it is helping your energy to be down, it's more to it than just, oh, you're feeling out of it because of work. It's energy. Something's weighing on you and you got to let it up. Same thing with the mind here. Something's heavy on the mind and you got to let it up. Right? As you do that, the momentum for what you need things to pick up with, start to pick up with and pick up quickly. You start getting motion coming in here with the fastness. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. It's very important. Okay? And then the things that you like and that you really need and desire to take off will. And remember to take pause even when that happens. That I'm feeling like the Nine of Pentacles is talking about influence, but particularly for you is saying don't forget to rest. Even when the stuff that you want starts to pay off and you reap the benefits and the rewards of that, the fruits of your labor, if you would, still remind yourself that that's exactly what it is, the fruits of your labor. And you're not meant to be in just this hard work all the time. You're going to burn out. And then you can't enjoy that hard-earned money or that hard-earned vacation. You'll spend half of it sleeping. You got to allow yourself to get proper rest when you need it. Okay? It's really important here. You know your situation and you're going to have to focus on the solution of how to figure out the best ways to do that for your current situation. Okay? Because there's many different energies here. And again, there's a fairness on your side. Fair doesn't always mean equal to. You need more rest for whichever one of these areas you resonate with more than others might. Don't feel ashamed of that. Just like if you feel you need to be more active than others are. You need your mind to have a key thing it can focus on to like exercise it. Don't let no one make you feel ashamed of that. Do what you got to do. Get yourself right and get back on the ball here. Okay? Be patient with yourself in the meantime. But it's all about progression. Something is progressing for you. It might seem like it was stagnant for a second here because of how tired you've been feeling, but things are progressing. Some of you are going to get a really important phone call because you're being recognized for something important here. And that's why they keep saying rest the mind, rest the body. Okay? That success is coming in very quickly once you get that phone call. So make sure you utilize that time wisely. Okay? Relax yourself, enjoy yourself. Don't just be all work, no play. Some of y'all hear that and still don't listen. Don't be all work, no play. Okay? And have some fun. The energy of fun can help you. You should know the difference between fun and debauchery. I shouldn't have to break that down for you. Okay? All right? There's a truth on your side here. There's order coming in your life. It's coming in. It's progressing. It may take a little minute. Because there's a lot going on, but it is happening. Sudden changes are going to come in fast. And that's why Spirit wants you to be prepared. Right? You might have kind of felt like things were falling down around you. But, oh, wow, we split the deck. We split the deck and we get the Wheel of Fortune confirmation yet again. Things are working in your favor. Karma is paying you in a good way. Let's see what these cards are that fell and then get into your last cards. Yeah, I'm only taking the ones that or the one that was faced up, and we have the Fool card. You can hear him all happy and excited. Excited energy is going to really help to improve your mood as well, darling. It's time to be bold, to be free. Allow yourself to be creative again. Some of you really got lost and wow, split the deck. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Fool card, Judgment. Be kind to yourself here. Okay? Be kind to yourself. You are going through an awakening right now. Your mind's feeling it, your body's feeling it, but you've been overworking. Work smarter, not harder. Smarter, not harder. Some of you might need to explore new ventures. You could be working at a job that's just, man, it's doing more damage than good right now. Okay, beware of any energies that try to bring your vibration down. Okay, we have the World card. Lord, my speech. Be open to new possibilities in all areas of your life. Okay, be open. Be prepared to explore the world. What did I just say? Be careful of who you trust at this time. Beware of any energies that try to keep you stagnant, tired, mentally you know what I'm saying? Unfocused. Justice is here for you. Good karma is coming in for you. It's a process, but it is coming in. Beware of people who might try to keep you in a negative mentality, be it on purpose or not. I just saw 1414 as I say that, okay? Two flipped over. Two flipped at the same time. We got the Star card and Judgment, okay? Notice that they're writing here. Remember I said I kept feeling like my hand was writing, like my hands are tired as if I was writing an essay or something. So somebody could need to rest their hands. You may have carpal tunnel, or you might be at a risk of it. You need to rest your hands more. Hard times are over. Look forward to an abundance of happiness, enthusiasm, and prosperity. Soul searching will bring inner peace to many areas of your life. Do you see the consistency in what I'm saying in the message here? Get to your last cards. I feel like, again, you're about to get some recognition. Some type of overdoing it is about to pay off. It's just you got to be rested for it. You got to be rested for what's coming in next. There's an awakening coming. There's a calling. An ascension is taking place within you right now. Transmutation. The big change. What did I say about the Tower card? Big changes, big sudden changes at that. Tower card isn't always, oh my gosh, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Sometimes it's like, whoa, what? That happened? When? Where? Now, for some of you, it might be, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. But it's going to be cool. Just whatever that is, let it fall. It needed to. Let it crumble away. It had to. Sometimes something that looks like, not necessarily a curse, but even then, sometimes something that looks like it's going to be a curse or it's bad actually ends up being good for you, in the sense of, you know, for example, some of y'all are working a job right now that's not healthy for you, and you might need to leave it. You might have been there for a long time and you don't want to, or heaven forbid, you get that call of, oh, we don't want you to work here, but then you get another call to work somewhere better that's far more easier on your mentality and body. You have to be open to let the world give you what it's going to give you. And if you've been staying too long somewhere you're not supposed to be, the divine has a tendency of pushing you, because your ass got comfortable. You know what I mean? Even though you're uncomfortable, you got comfortable. And so they'll push you towards greatness. But it's always your choice. You always have the choice to listen or not. Make the journey hard for yourself or not. I prefer that you tap into wisdom instead. We have wisdom comes from the silence of the heart. That's why you're being told to rest. That's why you got to focus on you. Rest your mind and body. They keep making me repeat myself. So apparently this group is hard-headed. Apparently you've been told this like up to 11 different times. You've been told to tell that husband, that wife, that the kids, whoever, that you need a minute, or to go and just like, I'm taking a vacation for this weekend. Maybe go out with your friends. If you don't want to be around nobody, if you want to be in hermit mode, cool. Take your little diary with you. Go spend some time at an Airbnb. Whatever, go to a spa day, even if it's just a spa, if it's a staycation. What can you put around you to make you feel good? This is whether you're single or with whoever, whatever. You got to get yourself together. You've been told this enough. You've seen enough readings confirming this. Like, I'm probably upteenth. I'm just the one getting on you the hardest right now. Okay? And we have respect. The intelligence of love. Respect your body, respect your mind, respect your spirit. Listen to it. Don't let it comp out on you because you're being hard-headed. So many blessings are coming in. Look at this. Recognition. They're like, recognize what's going on here. All right. We're sending you this energy and we're sending it in powerfully, but you got to be able to maintain it. Your vessel has to be able to work with it. Now we're going to help you get things in order, but you got to be honest with yourself about whether or not you've been paying attention when we say rest. Okay. That's all a part of giving yourself respect, as well as receiving respect from others. Look at this. Profound calm, food for the inner peace. Notice inner peace is repeated here again. We split the deck. You can't make it up. Following the path. I'm also hearing to be in flow, which I've told you guys before. For my regulars, that's going to be the energy for a while. It's just this letting things flow. Pile 3. That's all I can give you. Let's ring you out. I pray that resonated for you and gave you the guidance that you needed right now. Peace, love, and light, beautiful soul. Again, your numbers are 131. If you enjoy the vibe around here, be sure to subscribe and, of course, check out my Oracle decks. See you next time.